Over the Civet to buy you. And we'll go about the merry way. Draft's locked in. I still think Ultra Prime have locked in a much better draft. I think TT left up too many... I'm glad... Oh, hang on, you just missed the cannon there. That sucks. It was pretty frustrating. Yeah, I think it was likely to lose it anyway, but yeah.
Saber. Oh, the Goon Squad's here. They'll come crashing on down and whack him in the face.
Teleport from the Alistair. Gen.G will take this. TT don't really have any much room to contest here.
Dragon. Nicely snapped up by Gen.G.
Plans, which means that Hoya needs to actually even be careful.
Saber's coming.
Saber doesn't... Hang on a second, he does have the ult. The icon's just not showing up well on his portrait.
Misses the Electro Harpoon. He's a dead Rumble. Gets knocked up by the Decimating Smash, and the back steps. It's not enough to keep minions down best he can. Got Swifties now to try and mitigate some of the issues. Aki stepping on forward, but he's in a 2v4. Aki, I don't know about that one, my son, and he's just dead.
Aki. Oi, what was that? Hoya now caught under turret. There is an ult for the Wazuma. Oh, Hoya, he doesn't have flash. He doesn't have ult either. I think they could have potentially dove with the Alistair ults. They have to call in the Spellbook teleport. There's another teleport coming in. It's an arms race, and I don't know if TT have got the ammunition for this one.
Equalizer's not quite up. That's a really good Magnus Storm, but Shaoshi just flash pulverizes out of it, and it's another death onto Hoya.
What were we saying? When Hoya falls behind the game, historically, he has become a black ultimate. Makes it a little bit easier to play around some things. But then also you have that real kill threat too. I think Ornstein in a similar kind of position with that. Gen is on the board, my dude. Maybe clear that out. Gen was just within response range. Again, that's important too. Being within response range. Make sure that that semi-global you have is a threat.
Oh, not again. He's just finding a wonderful ult. You were talking about into the Soul Furnace shield. He's getting beyond Hoya. I think that's just a straight solo kill. Oh, God almighty.
Gen loosely translates to one source. Teleported.
You'll find a team fight.
Unlimited power.
In we go with some violence. The dark side of the team fight is something the Jedi won't tell you about. Shaoshi down to about 20% HP. Aki just about alive. Knock up onto the rail. Weaver's wall in the backside. Bounce house on 1xn, who tries to ult to no avail. Hoya goes in to die again horribly. Ultra Prime can do no wrong.
Announce the creation of the first Galactic Ultra Prime. The Herald summoned in mid lane.
So this is how game one dies. The sound of thunderous Herald charges.
To the sound of thunderous talk, Sam. Let's get it right. TT, fall apart, sir.
Oh,
of course.
There.
Unlimited power. There used to be no unlimited potential, you know. Ultra Prime might be what they're called nowadays, but make no mistake, this used to be a republic we all once knew and loved. It's a huge gold lead with the kind of zombie apocalypse setting and use it to kind of like make a reading on cultural divides, which I think is very cool. Tower goes down. Class divides too. Stuff like that. You know, it's a wonderful movie. Gen feels bold enough to walk up on the side of the map.
He should do.
To go bother the Pantheon a little bit. Oh my god. He's gonna be so unkillable. He's going for the Unending Despair second, and because Unending Despair is a snowball tank item in the sense that the longer you stay in combat, the more value it gets, and the tankier you are, the longer you stay in combat, and then it starts to compound on itself. We do have Xiao popping the ult. Feather doesn't have flash, and Gen goes over the wall with a flash himself.
Magnus Storm for second. 1xn got interrupted by the Weavers. Wasn't really finding a decent angle until just now. In comes that Pantheon with the
Hoya's dead again!
And Hoya is once again dead. 1xn can get next to no autos down, and Siva's just going, cool, I guess I'll ricochet you all to death.
By the way, that shockwave didn't even get through the chaotic rush.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. I don't know, man. The more I look at this game, I'm just like, this is just not a healthy... Wait. Was he off the train or something?
No.
I was about to say, unbeliever.
He was just like, wait, who is this guy? He's like, oh, there you go. You've seen him. He's like, I think he's going to be great. It's like, yeah, you're right there with you, mate. Right there with you.
Saber coming forward, teleport in from that terrifying Scion. It's not... Feather's going to die. Cut off with the pass. And again, Gen...
He doesn't care!
He doesn't care!
The shockwave lands onto 2 to no avail, really. Aki has got no more Aegis Assault. Hoya's punted out by the headbutt. Setup can get nothing done, and they lose the front line again.
Gen goes into basically a 1v4. Side lane, but Ultra have teleports to respond. Saber can go there, go out onto the map if he so wishes. I don't even think TT get themselves a full turret as a recompense.
This is trying to get some autos down. Does at least get a bit of a chunk on the turret, but they can't even get the whole of that. Setup will get the wave shoved in bot side, but Sion's coming up. So again, he'll just stand there and press Q. No real way for the Oriana to prevent that. So that turret stands as well. 1xn's whole win for this is a Scuttle Crab.
A QW takes a half of the Kennick Rook and
Top laner absolutely collapse. Partly for your own mistakes as well, Aki. I remember that 1v4.
That is a 3-level lead in jungle.
Oh, you don't want that.
Courtesy of the Atacon. Hoya does have ult and flash. Egen takes a third of his HP with a regular combo. As a tank, by the way. Saber's coming up. If he gets the flick back, someone do be dying.
Eliza comes on down. Trying to find some value there. The Magnet Storm comes across. 1xN's finally here, but I don't know how much means as Xiaoxue comes flashing on in to try and mess with 1xN, who actually did a decent job of playing it out. Does at least get the Sivir in the 1v4, but that's it. That's a feel-good moment where the game is falling apart in front of your eyes.
Hoya still has flash. He might be forced to blow it.
Is he going to blow a flash at a good timer for once? No, he's still dead.
He's still dead. Hoya 1-6 on the Rumble. It has been a difficult game for him. And the turret will be felled by Ultra Prime. They will help each other get out from the turret. Junhao and Egen on the other side of it. 24 minutes in. They haven't even needed to rush something like the Soul Dragon, which is currently up and available for them.
Again. So you've already got the Kainic Rook and topside. You know what? You need more magic resist. Dragon's about to go down. There's the Soul. Life
wants to. They want to push up waves first. They probably still might lose a fight to a 5-man Shockwave. You kill everyone but the Scion, extra problem. Saber the flash this Rumble. The flash this Rumble.
Boy, it's just the threaded volleys coming on through. Actually does survive it in the end, but the Grand Starfall comes on through. Aki, can I get a teleport as a response to that? Flashes back over the pillar. Setup trading up with Bio, who's going to have the barrier, but Setup has to run away. The equalizer is good. That's just the follow-up with the Magnet Storm, but there's just not enough damage. 1xN to the backside, trying to get it down to Bio, who hasn't got the flash, gets the auto, flashing away, slowed down by Junhao, is finally brought low, but they lose Feather as well, and it's a 1 for 2.
There's only... I don't think they'll get the Baron onto Sivir. They don't want to wait 24 seconds tanking the Baron. Teleport out to the map.
To deny the initial auto from Junhao, but you just can't run far enough away at this point. The Trundle's so damn fast.
If they were any less fed, perhaps that would be the player which wins. I'm not going to say he's a flawless player. He's made plenty of ints too, but stuff like the Kaiser, Tristani, who was excellent on last year as well. Play out of the Fog of War. Saber flashing early. Good play from him.
Seismic Shove is wide. Teleport's now coming on in. Are we going to get another fight? I think we might be. 1xN also around. I hear the Scion coming on in. Hoya's around, but it's going to be a bit of a split fight. Xiaoxue has burned the ult already in the backside. Aki doing a decent job onto the side of Junhao. That's not the best Magnet Storm of all time. Egen is zoning off 3 whole people. The Shockwave solid enough, but because the carries were all kept away, 1xN over the wall. Beautiful killer instinct. The moment I was done with the fight, flash off over Xiaoxue. Doesn't quite get enough CC on the 1xN, who managed to dash away towards Saber. Decent autos, but can't heal up enough. It's beautiful angles, but again, there's just no needle to thread.
Just someone give 1xN a team. Jesus Christ, these Kaiser dives are so good for the position they are in the game. You're over 10,000 gold down, and he's nearly getting 2 kills in the backline. Ultra Prime get themselves a disgusting lead through the top side of the map, and they'll be able to crush through this game 1. It has been a textbook victory of how you roll a topside frontline play. Doesn't go too far, though. Doesn't give free auto attacks over to the Kaiser. Backs off when he needs to, and it just allows him to have plenty of HP to kind of buy enough time.
Aki, as we come back to life, gets caught out by the Trundle and Talia. The rest of Thundertalk doing their best to clear out the wave in mid lane, and we'll do just that again. All the while that was happening, Baron has gone down. Got 20 seconds left on it from before that replay. Junhao just gets to put down the Pharaohs in domain, walk over towards this tier 2. 3 mid lane, Seismic Shove just wide. Feather trying to buy some space. 1xN has to ult to get out of the decimating smash. Does actually finally do a little bit of damage to each other, but they get 30,000 shields. Saltburn is command protect, and that is a dead Kaiser. What do you do?
Well, they've not managed to get a kill onto either of the big tanks on the top side. Egen, 0 deaths. Junhao, 0 deaths, and apparently 0 dams given between them as well.
The problem is on the other side, all it feels like Hoya and Aki done has been dying on repeat. 2 and 13. And that'll be an additional one to put it up to a nice even 14, make it 15 as the game ends. A topside catastrophe
on the map. However, if you do allow this Aurora to get ahead, if the Aatrox gets rolling as well, Ultra Prime are quite a low-range team themselves.
It's a bit like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's a little bit Amber, you're not wrong. You know, I've never actually watched that movie. Apparently really good, though. In goes the Audacious Charge. Win becomes Lightning Zaki is bot side, as well as the Junhao option, but they've just got a bit deep. Hang on. They've lost the Lucian. Ultra Prime now in danger. Flash away from Junhao. Good counter gank. Annoying there. Would have been too likely to hit by a Braum Q, and then things get interesting. cut down Hoya's healing options. He's got to know he's in trouble. They know this is happening. Wukong is around, but I don't know whether he'll be here until I heal for the speed up. Ignite comes on down. Brawn passive there. Dawning Shadow. Good knockup. Should still get the kill, and they do. Aki now around with the level 6. Crescent Guard back. Junhao will likely be traded for the play. And Junhao turns around, gets a bit of damage onto Aki, but that's it. 1 for 1 in the end, but all the while, Hoya is the one who loses his flash, his ult.
They should deserve at that point. I know a lot of people look at this series and think, oh, you know, it's just Group Nirvana, Chaos, you know, it doesn't mean blah, blah, blah. Both of these teams are ones which have had a soft spot in the past, and they are on hard times, but they've had a good history.
Junhao goes in, it's a little late on the Crescent Guard. Wonderful last embrace route. Topside, Saber trading. Oh, the turret! Saber outplays Rune Prison. Do not pass go.
Oh, that's such a sad play for Setup. It looked like he was dominating the individual matchup. TT will have access towards this dragon. Saber could recall and join them, but I don't think Ultra Prime want the fight.
They don't. They'll take the solo kill topside in trade for that dragon. And Onyx will also could pick up those. Easy passive could be dangerous to track. We are starting up the Herald. Hoya also around on the flank.
Prime. Feel like they're in a pretty good spot now. Junhao going forwards, controlling the choke point.
Oh, passive down onto the Nautilus. Over the wall goes
Ejin.
And Ejin gets into the back line and they blow up the bot lane. 1,000 gold means very little in the grave. Rune Prison down onto Setup. Flash over the wall, piercing darkness. Make it light, because of course it's the opposite of Senna. And Bayer gets another.
Ultra Prime, also again, we plays an awful lot of that. But the big thing is, again, just fighting around these choke points. In most 16 minutes, I think it was on Kindred. Oh, man, that was ridiculous.
It was the fastest Kindred mark stacking game I've seen in a very long time. Everything went right. It was camp into kill into camp, like multiple times in a row. Hoya could go over the wall here. I don't actually know how much he wants that. When looking with the Darkin Blade and the Infernal Chains, finds Nai there. Jank resets.
Bit of Ultra Prime gave up that last one, of course. Significant gold lead. You know, 4,000 gold lead isn't anything to be sniffed at. This Ambessa could just end the game. Ultra Prime do have good CC to respond to the Ambassador if you take that. They are going to walk up the setup. Aurora around this objective as people get shredded by it is scary.
Already down to 4k. I don't know what they can get in there. Turning around, Feathers low. Ultra Prime looking pretty happy right now. They've already got the initial kill. Junhao now into Between Worlds is good, but Ejang to the backside. What excites to flash away. Aki getting the Cyclone knockup, but Ejang still damn scary. Hoya, though, has picked up 2, and Ejang can't get on top of the setup for good. Hoya still healing, finally falls. Ends up, I think, as a 3 for 2 in favor of
3 for 3.
Hang on the other side. Oh, Junhao got on top of 1xN.
4 for 3 now. It was a good attempt by Hoya into the backline, especially with Setup's AoE setting it up, but Ultra Prime will claim the huge XP buff from Nisaki. Does have Smite. He'll head over the wall. He might die to Junhao now, though.
Yeah, he's burned Warrior Tricks to get over there. Tried to find an angle in and does not do so. Atakan now surely Ultra Primed with no way to truly contest.
There you go. 5 for P to at least bring it back to even until Bayer ticks over to the one after that. It's an item in for 1xN as well. That Black Cleaver double stacks and autos and Qs is actually very important there. Hoya does not have flash, and despite his good last team fight, I think he's going down here.
Yeah, not having a lot of fun there. Hoya gets knocked up and immediately knocked down.
Not sure he'll be getting back up again. Jeng on the bot side doesn't have flash, but he is controlling that bot side. Last Embrace isn't bad here. Again, the Black Cleaver keeps that damage ticking over. 1xN is not on something as hyper carry like the Kai'Sa, though, and I say hyper carry quite loosely because Kai'Sa can sometimes struggle to be that. All hits from Jeng.
Gonna do a lot of work there to try and turn around his setup. Gets the 1v1.
I don't know what the idea was there, but Jeng gets blasted in the 1v1 after a great series, falling apart a little bit there.
That's too far. Good work from Setup. He's not had the easiest game on this for a couple close calls, but largely fumbles. Bayer will throw out the culling. Try and hold this mid lane safe. There's 30 seconds on the Infernal Dragon with your top TP isn't joining as it stands.
Well, Prime not afraid of a Baron on the other side. They have a ward on it, and honestly, TT's Baron Rush is not quick anyway to take down the dragon. Considering that Hoya's been given the runaround most of this series, For him, when the flank comes out of that, Born passive on him. That's a very in danger Nautilus.
Trying to get on top of him, but it's actually a good turnaround with the Cyclone, but the heal comes on through. Flash on in, eGen also getting in with the mix. They're trying to continue chasing. Setup in danger, needs to flash away, but he's rune prisoned and dead. Flash on forward from Saber. The spell flux, the overload, the shield. They're all so low, but not dead. Heal comes on down to keep people alive. 1xN desperately scary on the center. Has to flash away. Does get the rise on the way out. Senna still firing. It ends up being a 2-for-2. Both solo laners traded there. As 1xN keeps chasing. The slow comes in. The piercing darkness. The last embrace. A step up forwards. And Senna gets massive value.
Saber flashes forward and misses the overload. That damage would have won them. Potentially the Baron. Bio will come back in. I don't think...
Got a heal.
He has himself a heal and a barrier. Might have to use both. Aki's low here, though.
Needs to be a bit where a teleport coming on in. This will make this a 4v2. Big chunk from 1xN. And that's Baron for Thunder Talk.
I think it should have been theirs anyway, realistically.
Fire down to about a third.
Power's going to fall. Remember, they have 3 grubs. Makes it a lot easier for them to take control of these structures. And Ultra Prime, you know, the gold lead isn't there anymore. You have to fight a dragon potentially in a minute and a half. They could give that up. They do get the inner turret gold onto eGen.
Buy it. If you can find a good culling onto someone squishy, that might be valuable. eGen off vision here on a good flank hand.
Damage there from the center. Fast Embrace stopped. Realm Warp getting into position. Dragon started. I think Ultra Prime want the flip. I don't think they're confident in the fight. They might want the flip for the smite. That would win them something. They cannot get poked out too far, though, so they have to go forwards.
Yeah, because at this point, 1xN's range makes him a poke champion.
Especially with that fire cannon occasionally coming in as well. Anyone else on the flanks? No, everyone's hit. Everyone's in the clump. Oh yeah, on vision, on the side. eGen, if he can get that ult, things change quickly. He's trying to hide off of vision. You'll be just around this corner trying to hug the things. I actually think it's a mistake for 1xN to go towards that mid lane like that. If there was a chance of them rushing the Baron, it could have happened right there. eGen, again, just a little bit off vision. I think that vision plant will spot them there. Hoya once again tagged on that flank.
Scryer's Bloom used as noted. Last Embrace just wide. So is the Winter's Bite. They're going to find the engage. Braum going to get the engaged onto him. Puts up the door. Feather has to flash away into the backline. Gets each on top of 1xN. He's into the curse.
No follow-up,
but they don't have the follow-up. And Xiaosh is low. Bayer flashes out. Dragon is secured. They've gotten the soul, but will it save them? I just don't know. Bayer, the 1v5, needs to run for the hills.
I think he knows he's dead. There was an ultimate onto the center, but 0 follow-up. No one was even within flash range. As Ultra Prime do get the dragon back timer. I don't think it's not the game. It might be an inhib, though.
I don't know how far they want to shove. You've got 20 seconds on eJang and only one person ahead of you. Do TT think this is their moment? They don't look like they're resetting to me right now. Get that inhibitor and just say, look, that'll have to do. The rise in the Braum ahead. Too much wave clear. Pull away with the inhibitor as their front.
Now, time to deliver on that promise. Ultra Prime must be better at team fighting than the last one. They have the Infernal Soul now. The burst helps an awful lot.
Ooh.
See right there. That bunny don't need an Infernal Soul to hurt.
Yeah, that's Shadow Flame coming on through there. That one stings.
Ultra Prime don't have a flank angle. Big problem. They can't push in the side lanes. They'd love to have a flank angle. They give it up. So they want to fight around an Elder instead. They can't. They can poke out a little bit. See that there. Just even the W from the Lucian gives decent poke from the Infernal Soul. They can't just go in.
Setup goes golden, buy some time. The culling is kind of interrupted, nearly brilliant as the Glacial Fissure is down. Saber now turning it with the Realm Warp to get on top of potentially 1xN, but he's pretty damn alone. Into the backline with a public execution, but Hoya's trying to buy space. 1xN flashes, Dawning Shadow, and eJang just can't survive. But wait a second, the Rise is still alive and doing damage.
Has flash.
Needs to run away. Could look to flash with the heal for the speed up. Feather, 1xN running. Curse of the Black Mist, Hook comes on down, does get the kill. Hoya over the wall though, causing damage. Bayer trying to get the piercing line. Rise! Does get the kill, but Rise proves himself. Flat the overload again!
Saber missing 2 crucial overloads in the most important parts of the game onto a flashless AD carry. Cost Ultra Prime the game, and we'll go to 3.
Saber, how? How?
These Q misses aren't even close. I think he assumed 1xN still had flash. Perhaps didn't track it in the team fight. TT find the victory through their AD carry. Shunhao cannot save them now. Ultra Prime will go to 3. Anti-clutch strikes again.
I
In the later team fights, we have so many cancels onto that Misfortune ultimate. I don't think they'll have much value.
Yeah, I mean, it's lane prio, it's an additional threat, but I think you are running into this issue.
Junhao is a big player of this. One of the reasons why I think, hang on a second, but mid lane might not be as untouched. Misses the stun, but there's the Q.
There goes the Q after resonating strike. Kill secured.
I thought it was the coach. Dragon's going to be taken by TT. No contest over that. Instead, Junhao taking enemy jungle. He's going to take enemy Crub. He can take Raptors as well. Is second into the river, though, because Feather walked up first.
He starts the Grubs back up again. Ultra Prime around. Potentially one in the play. Okay, behind. Hang on, Junhao with the Season's Assist gets on top of the Annie. Good combo, but Seto gets to turn it around. Oh boy! The disintegrates there. Smolder calls in mum. Feather into the backside, and Smolder gets the kill. Saber has to perfectly execute out, as I am getting conflated with Sante's on this dragon. So, Hoya with the teleport could theoretically join here. Worth noting that. Dragon goes down. TT not. He was so oppressive with the Emax.
That's up. Hang on, get engaged onto. No flash onto him right here. Do they have the damage?
Massive damage. They're going to get a lot of kill onto Setab, who is blown up by that perfect execution.
Easy kill there. No extra follow-up. Female Pikachu have a little heart end to the tail. Aki, hang on a second. Got the ult into Setab. I mean, that's a decent amount of kill for a hit.
Oh, well, Setab does not really get the stun he was looking for. Good flash. Nicely done by Setab, but all the way in the mid lane. Valle is dead as the Lee Sin finds a hand
to protect that turret. He does have ult. I don't think they have kill threat without the all out here.
Try and clear out the wave and does so. The Herald's now summoned. Flash away from
maybe
Hoya.
they do.
Yeah, they got everyone around here. Flash from Saber to get in range. Knock up with the grand entrance after the battle.
Oh, they really do.
They very much do, Alex.
They have kill throw.
You gas slam, Pygmy.
You don't know the meaning. You don't understand that word. So it's a very large word. 2 grubs in mid lane. Me that TT will push down this turret.
Best kind of word. EJ now turns up in the mid lane. But the bullet time comes on, and it's a wonderful time. It's a bullet time. Feather stays alive. It's Junhao.
Shut up.
Finds a vault breaker.
Shut up, Sam. We're not talking about trump cards.
It was in a very similar position, and then 1xN just went, it is my time to shine. Speaking of time to shine, Setab might be seeing the shine of the pearly gates quite shortly. Can't get the stun up in time. Saber's going to take the turret shot, though. 1 for 1. Junhao now under this turret. Zaki's coming on down.
Junhao will probably die here, too. He doesn't have a flash, and Saber auto-attacking the tower instead of the champion. Perhaps getting him killed. Aki will take one more. It's a 2 for 1. See if they can capitalize. Akali, is he spotted on the flank? He is now.
No, they're there. The ward over that back wall has spotted out Saber's potential angle of approach. Call of Four God coming on through. Saber tries to get in the back.
Oh, Saber!
But it's all gone very wrong. He's brought a Saber to a dragon fight, and unfortunately, it ain't looking so hot. Dragon was secure. 1xN flashes away. The bird is there. And Ultra Prime are looking a little less than plus Ultra. That's a negative score to their school record.
Double kill to the little dragon at an objective. From behind in a game. And Atsukan is the one I think you're most likely to get wins against.
Junhao on an angle. Saber's there as well. Still not spotting this Vi. 1xN thinks he's safe. He is absolutely in range of a potential Vi angle. Remember, the zonies makes things tricky. Down to 5 HP. They know now. Slap away. Hitting the backside. 1xN will immediately go gold. It immunes the quickness as well. He's getting to stay alive for so damn long. Smolder blows up the divers. Got a redemption coming on now. Finally killed, but I think it's taken too long. It's done too much work, but Junhao actually trying to get some work. Double knockup from Hoya with the searing charge. Ejack's trying. Atsukan taken by Aki. Into the backline. Bai is trying to do some work, missing the Sonic Wave, but it will not matter. As he finally falls, it ends up being a 1 fight, and the Atsukan
do kill the Smolder, but it takes that many more cooldowns and summoners and time. Ultra Prime on, that's pretty hard too.
You have to just CC 1xN to death before he's on you, before he flashes. It's just not easy, I don't think. Dragon started nonetheless. John has to leave the pit, and that's giving license for Thunder to just keep chunking this dragon down.
Ultra Prime, if they have to commit to a steal, might leave them in a position where they die as well. Heal used by Xiaoshe. He doesn't have a flash to get onto the backline. 2 hits from Aki.
Forge God is summoned, calling and answered by another reveal flash on forward for the stun. The turnaround, the bullet time is done. 1xN's gone, but they've gotten the soul point. What about the fight afterwards? Burn comes on through for 1xN and begins to spit hot fire. Kill onto Cassante. Xiaoshe in danger, slowed down. A last auto gets it. Aki will ward up over the wall with the safeguard, and Baye will not survive this time. Sonic Wave, resonating strike, and Baye is a dead misfortune.
Ultra Prime for steal. There is a GA on Junhao. He can play a little bit more boldly now.
Yeah, I don't think John Howe's going to be allowed anywhere near this Baron pit. He's going to try with Vault Breaker forwards, but Hoya turns it around well with the Bellows Breath and the Searing Charge. Off the Baron they pull. Ejan looking for an angle there. That's pretty good value. They do go into 1x and he goes golden though. GA burns down. Can be flashing out potentially, but 1x and is dead. That's the kill onto the Smolder. What about the turnaround from the back end? As into the back end goes Saber. Aki can't get the kill as the Akali gets out. It's a throw. It's a throw. It's a throw.
It's a throw as 1xN gets pinned against the wall and cannot, for the life of him, get any distance between him and the team, the enemy team. The peel was inadequate from spawning in 15 seconds. They can potentially take that too. The Ultra Prime, how the hell are they actually to an Elder Flip now? The same theory needs to come through. You need to be able to lock up this Smolder before they do damage. But if it comes down to an Elder Flip, well, scaling doesn't matter then.
It's a bit trickier. Saber trying to find an angle to pull back on Fathom. That's really the easiest angle is Saber into the backside, forcing 1xN to run away. But in comes Smolder's mom! Elder's taken finally! The Rakan! They might have done it! And it's all over! Thunder Talk! How? How have you thrown this?
How? I have no idea! The Rakan steals the fucking Elder! An Ultra Prime!
Riot True! Lavin, you need to get to the balance team and ask what the hell is happening with Spellbook! That is not okay!
Welcome to Group Nirvana! Welcome to the LPL! The entertainment never stops, and sadly neither do the throws. Ultra Prime go plus Ultra and march towards a series win.
I want to cry. There's not much more I'm going to say about this one. How did we get here?
How have we allowed this to happen? MF will not die to the towers. Setup will come out, but I don't think you can see it. The Nexus will fall. They have more than enough damage. Ultra Prime will win the series 2-1.